Hey guys, welcome back to Front Seat Driver. My name is Jason. So today I have a very interesting video for you. I did something that honestly I never thought that I would do. I bought a Mustang right here. This is a brand new 2025 Mustang. Now, my channel's not gonna change. It's not gonna become a bunch of Mustang content. This is not a GT, it's an EcoBoost. And to be fair, it's my car, but it's not my car. It's actually gonna be my wife's car. And we had a 2017 Camaro 50, loved that car, 2017 Camaro 50. I don't know if I said that correct or not, but we had that, loved it, started having a couple of issues a couple of years ago, traded it in, and my wife's complained ever since that she wants a sports car, and I don't let her drive my Corvettes. So I thought, hey, let's do this. But honestly, I gotta tell you, I'm actually really impressed with this car. We're gonna do a full walk around. We're gonna talk about it. What's even more impressive is how much I paid and the horsepower on this thing. It's crazy. But we're gonna talk all about that in a little bit, but I did wanna show you one of the things that I liked about David McDavid is they don't charge you for a bunch of stupid things that you can get done elsewhere. So this car does not have any window tint on it at the moment, but we are gonna correct that right now. We're at Icon Automotive here in Grapevine, where are we at? Grapevine, I think it's Grapevine, I don't know, I just drive here. But you guys know Cody, he's the one that did my C7 Z06, and he's done some other stuff on my C8, but he did all the Expel paint protection film. But today we're just gonna get some ceramic window tint to make this look a lot better. Now it's a little bit shaded, so it doesn't look as bad. It almost looks tinted, but it's not. But we are gonna rectify that right now. But anyway, stay tuned because we'll do a quick walk around talking about the exterior, some of the things that I have planned for this car, which isn't gonna be anything crazy, but we are gonna do some things. And I'd also like some of your guys' advice on some things as well. But anyway, we're gonna run in, let's get the windows tinted, and then let's see what it looks like after the windows have been tinted. Stay tuned. All right, guys, so we're gonna run in here real quick. I wanna show you Cody's shop. Again, Icon Automotive in Grapevine, Texas. Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Of course, closed on weekends, but reception desk right here. And this place is amazing. You guys have been here before with me. I've had other work done here. The wheels were ceramic coated on my C8, but a nice Mustang GTD back there. But check this place out, man. They do some nice cars. I mean, look at this. Ferrari SF90XX. Dude, is this thing insane or what? Every time we come here, there's something just insane. 800,000. Of course, they got Hysteria Purple right there on that C8. Looks like a Z06. I think it's Z, maybe the E-Ray. Nice little yellow car. And of course, the Mustang in here getting done. So the windows are getting pretty close to being done. Working on the back glass right now. My cars are usually some of the least expensive in this location. That thing is absolutely nuts. But if you guys haven't been here, if you live in the DFW area, you need to come here, see Cody, Icon Automotive. Steve, Protective Dad Pranks, a good friend of mine. We've been using Cody for years for a lot of stuff, and they always do fantastic work. All right, let's move on. So we got the window tint on, and I went as dark as you could on the two front windows, but obviously, they can only be so dark, but my wife's like, I want the darkest you can get. And then we did the darker tint on the back and the little quarter glass right there. But I think it makes a huge difference. Much, much better. Looking at the back. What do you guys think? So we're gonna talk about the outside, and I hope I don't forget because I wanna talk to you about the GT spoiler, but we are gonna go ahead and we're gonna take a look at the inside right now. So as we take a look in here, the first thing I do wanna let you know is that this is the true base model. This is the 100A equipment group, which is sold at MSRP. There's no additional cost for this. The biggest reason why we went with the 100A is because there was no additional costs, and I haven't been able to get my application approved for my child daycare in Minneapolis yet. So until then, we're just gonna go ahead and go with the cheaper option. But I actually will tell you, the reason we didn't get a Mustang several years ago is I just thought the interiors looked really cheap. I was like, they're not worth any money to me in the base model. I thought they were too expensive. But this one actually has a lot of features. Let's take a look inside. It's very nice. And I do have notes because I don't remember all of this stuff on Camaros, or sorry, Mustangs like I do on Corvettes. But look, just a quick look around. It's, you know, it's very nice. Of course, it has the back seats. As long as you don't have legs, you're pretty good back there. You know, maybe small children. Kind of like our Camaro was the same way. There wasn't a lot of room. But the finishes on here are not bad. So, you know, of course, you're getting cloth seats as opposed to leather. But these actually have pretty decent bolstering. They're very comfortable. You know, I really like them. I don't care that they're, you know, not leather. That doesn't really matter to me. Of course, you got your gray stitching. Flat bottom steering wheel. I'll tell you what, let's go ahead here in a second. We'll start it so you can see the two gauges that are up there. They're really, really nice. You do have power locks, of course. Power windows, which as you can see, we have them covered up right now since we just got the tint on. It does not have memory seats because this one is all manual. So, you know, you're going to reach down here to slide it back and forth. This lever will elevate and lower it. And of course, this right here, pull up to set your seat forward and back. But not bad. Of course, you got your couple of cup holders right there. Right here, we also have, we'll sit in here real quick, the armrest. You have a little storage right here and the 12-volt plug. You, of course, have your push start, hazard, some different things like that. Of course, you also have dual climate control on the air conditioning and heating. It does not have heated and ventilated seats, which is kind of disappointing. I would like to have the vented more than the heat. It also does not have a heated steering wheel, which honestly I used to think was silly until I drove a few of the cars in the colder climates, and I was like, oh, you know what? Maybe it's not such a bad deal after all. And then of course right here you have your glove box, storage, you know, right here under the handle of the door. Has some chrome in here, which I'm not a huge fan of. But this one also has the different driving modes, not the same ones as Corvette. You have normal, eco, I believe there's sport, and a few others. But, and I don't want to make this video too long, so we're going to be fairly quick. Oh, but it does also have the side monitoring for, you know, vehicles, blind spot monitoring, I believe they call it. But let's go ahead and start this and get a look at the gauges. So they both start lighting up. We'll go ahead and start it to make it better. But listen to this beautiful four-cylinder. Beautiful inline four. But check it out. I figure we go ahead and get a quick clip of the exhaust, the sound. Yeah, not a whole lot. You're not going to get a whole lot from a four-cylinder. But hey, it is what it is. We're going to talk a little bit more about that. But real quick, just so you know, 12.4 and 13.2 on these LCD screens, which honestly, I mean, they're really nice. I got to be honest, I'm really impressed with this. The digital screens in here are fantastic. But that's going to basically do it again for the interior. Let's step out and take a quick look at the exterior. The exterior on this particular model is vapor blue metallic, and I really like this color. There was, for those of you that do watch the Corvette content, there was one that's basically rapid blue. I don't have the name that Ford calls it. Really like that one as well, but for some different reasons, we didn't pick that one. It just looked kind of cheap for whatever reason, even though this is as base of a model as you can basically get. That one just seemed to look a little less, I don't know, it just didn't look as nice. So we chose this color. The other big reason that we chose this one, or I helped my wife choose this one, is the wheels. I absolutely love these wheels. I don't feel like I need to go aftermarket. I would like to lower the car, but seeing as that it's gonna be my wife's daily, I don't think we really want to get it too much lower than it is for her being able to get in and out of different locations. But these wheels, I absolutely love these. They remind me a little bit of the F8, the Ferrari F8 Tributo wheels, although it's not really a star pattern. It's a little more of a diagonal angle to it, but nonetheless, still similar to that. We do have the LED headlights and tail lights with sequential turning signals. So of course, you know, that's pretty nice too. And you know, it took me a while to get into this body style. I remember when they first kind of came out, I was like, wow, that's just terrible. I remember coming home telling my wife, I'm like, I was at the Ford dealer today getting an oil change, and that car is absolutely hideous. And here I am, I don't know, within a year. I'm like, last time I was getting oil change a few weeks ago, I was like looking at the cars while I was out there waiting. And I was like, kind of like it. So here we are, not too much longer, too much later. And you know, I really do kind of like how it has the little V pattern for the taillights. But let's take a quick look in the trunk, and then we're gonna talk about something that probably more of you will like. And as you have in the Corvettes, there's a little button right there to pop the trunk. And of course you have your rear camera right there. Again, no front cameras on this. I don't know if any of the other Mustangs have them, but this one doesn't. But it does have quite a bit of space in here. Not bad. And of course the seats will lay down. Would be nice if that's a GT instead of having the Mustang on there. But we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna pop the hood. We're gonna talk about the horsepower and the price that I paid, because Haggerty just did a video. Well, I don't want to say how long ago the video came out. I just saw the video the other day of a bunch of cars that had 300 horsepower or more under 35,000. And of course, I think there was like 7 cars that they all raced on this, you know, quarter-mile track, and this model actually won. So I was like, dude, that's awesome. Good to know. I can't remember. I want to say the 0 to 60 for them was 4.5 seconds. So not a terrible 0 to 60 time, about the same as what I used to get in my 2017 Grand Sport. So not too shabby. But let's go ahead and take a look under the hood. So this EcoBoost is a 2.3 liter inline 4 with a 10-speed automatic transmission. And it looks like a lot of spaghetti without an engine intake cover. So, but the engine still looks pretty big in here. And you guys know I'm not a big, you know, I don't repair cars. That's not my thing. I don't work on them. I just drive them and shoot videos. So anyway, but it looks like a pretty good size engine, almost the size of a V8 or at least a V6. But like I said, the cool thing about this is this produces 315 horsepower. It has 350 pound-feet of torque. And now the MSRP on this was $35,570. I paid $29,570, and it's brand new. It had 8 miles on it when we got it. I got a little over 100 on it right now. But 315 horsepower for under $30,000. Dude, that's impressive. So if you're looking for a decent amount of horsepower and you don't want to spend a lot of money, then I recommend checking out the Ford Mustang. Now again, the MSRP on the 26 is going to be about the same. So my suggestion is look for a 2025 that is available and snatch it up. I mean, if you're in the market. Now there's a bunch of things that I want to do to this car. We'll see how much I end up doing, being that this is my wife's daily. One thing I want to do is add a wing. Now, if any of you guys do know anything about Mustangs, a quick question. I'd watched some videos, and the other GTs that have a little cover right here, not even a spoiler, just another cover, it has a little cutout on both sides. So when they pull it off, or if it has the GT wing, it's already got a little hole there that's where you're going to drill in to put the wing in, right? And of course, a few more holes in the center. But I don't have that. So if anybody knows, let me know. Is it going to be a problem for me trying to get one of the GT spoilers, the larger ones, got the little stands on in the middle, and I really like that wing. I may try to throw a picture up in the video. Am I going to have trouble getting that installed? Also, if you know somebody that sells that wing that is good, has good quality, let me know, because I'm definitely looking for that. But that's just one thing. I think we're going to put a splitter on here. I want to do some interior carbon fiber probably. We are going to do racing stripes. You guys know me. I love my racing stripes. We've been trying to figure out what kind of racing stripes that we would like to do. So that's something else. Let me know what you think. I'm thinking we're going to do black racing stripes, because as I say in every video, I love racing stripes. Well, so does my wife. Plus that added 50 horsepower is huge. Yeah, I know, I'm kidding. But we were also considering doing like silver that would match the wheels. My neighbor came up with that, who also has a Mustang he's got a beautiful 17 Mustang I love. But we were thinking about that. Or the other option is we thought about doing red. My concern is I don't know how red's gonna look on here. It does have the side markers over here in red to tie it in. Of course, the rear tail lights to tie in the red. I don't know. I'm not really sure. Those are just some ideas that I had. Let me know what you think down in the comments. And if anybody does have Mustangs and has some good ideas on some things to do, let me know down in the comments. And I will also leave the salesman that I bought my car from out in Fort Worth. I'll leave his information down in the description. Reach out to them, see if they have anything available if you're interested, or if you just want one of the new ones and don't mind paying the MSRP, they're still great deals. But anyway, that's going to do it for this video. I hope everybody has a great week. Thanks for watching.